Hey YouTube, Jay Fretless here with another video. A mail day today, but not just any mail day, a team-specific mail day. Today's mail day will consist of all Dodgers players, specifically their 2016 draft class. So I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm a Giants fan. Why am I buying Dodgers? Well, you know, let's be honest. I don't know. The Dodgers just have their lineup is a little bit, their roster is a little bit more exciting, and they have a pretty deep farm system. And yeah, the Giants won more games than them this past season. I was at Game 5 of the National League Division Series, and fortunately the Giants fell short in that, but when it comes to lineups, man, that Dodger lineup for the past few years have just been, scary, right? There had numbers of, multiple players where they could just hit it out of the ballpark. And, you know, uh, damn, Taylor is just, was a giant killer, right? They were all Max Muncy. I mean, there are a lot of giant killers. Um, but they seem to get, this 2016 draft class for the Dodgers, I think has in the next few years has a lot of potential to build on that success. They all have World Series rings, and whatever you want to say or criticize about the 2020 season, that's neither here nor there. They have the ring, and that's all that matters. So they'll never have to worry about, oh well, if he gets a ring or whatever. So yeah, so this is about three different sellers on eBay, doing the bundle thing. You win one and you go through their other items, and you try to bundle to save on shipping, right? That's just the name of the game. Um, repeat been a repeat this first package. I've been a repeat customer of this eBay seller. DCSports87.com. He just tons of listings, and I think they close. Do they close all on Tuesdays? Like, he has certain days where he was just a couple evenings a week where they're just racking through listings. Okay, so these are two raws. Yeah, this guy. Good stuff. So I tried to get some autos. Okay, let's do this first, guy, since you read it. So the first one is what is this? 2019 Topps Dustin May. Oh, Bowman's Best. Dustin May rookie auto. This was like, man, I don't know, under $15 or something. I think this whole thing was about $60. This whole lot that I got from the seller. Yeah, he's not Bueller. He's not a starter, but at the cost, and there was a few YouTubers that were hyping him up a little bit. So I just, when I saw, this listing closing at the same time as the other ones, I just threw in a bid. It's about under $15 into that, and I'll take a closer look. And if it looks as good as it did on the listing, I'll probably send it in for grading. So that's the. And this second one is Will Smith. 15 out of 75 auto. This is what do they call this? Topps triple threads. Yeah, Topps triple threads. So yeah, it's a gray napkin, but what are you gonna do? 15 out of 75. Yeah, Will Smith, kind of having a nice, quiet career so far, right? He was drafted 32nd pick in the first round in 2016. Um, yeah, and if you look through that draft class, the first few rounds, like say I think like the first 4 rounds, he's top 5 in WAR. He's already got a 6.6 WAR career. He hit 25 dingers last year, and he's putting a nice little career together, right? Yeah, he's not a Buster Posey, right? But um, not bad. And he's 26 years old right now, so he's kind of up there. But I think when it's all said and done, he's gonna have a pretty solid. Um, his batting, right? His bat is definitely. I'm not too sure about his fielding metrics, but so yeah. So I was talking about his career WAR of 6.6. So if you go through the first 3 rounds of the 2016 draft, he's top 5. So Brian Reynolds, who was drafted by the Giants and then traded for Andrew McCutchen, he's got a 10.6 WAR. And then Bo Bichette has a 9.3. And then Zach Gallen, 7.3. And then Shane Bieber has 11.5. So that's all in the first 4 rounds. So Will Smith was first round. Brian Reynolds, Bo Bichette was second round. Zach was third, and Shane was fourth round. So yeah, top 5. So these two are slabbed, obviously. First one is a Gavin Lux 2020 Bowman Chrome. Scouts top 100. Can you see that? Let's see if I can adjust the. Looks good. And again, let's see what he can do next year. I think, I don't think the Dodgers are going away. If I had to bet, right, I think the Dodgers have a easier time of repeating what they've done last season versus, say the Giants, right? And the second card is another Lux. 2020 Topps Chrome Freshman Flash. Gem Mint 10. Yeah. Cool. Trying to get my focus back here. Okay. It's as we talk about WAR and their stats and what kind of careers that they can have, and then we all kind of speculate, right? We all speculate on their card prices, and we justify buying certain cards based on certain metrics or possibilities. And that's all fun, but when it comes down to it, right? I think I think the justification is nothing more than that, right? To make you feel like you had a good reason of buying this card, right? Because if you look at the Giants, right, the from the 2000, this last the most recent history of the Giants' success, right? Those players, some of them still playing, right? Crawford, he has a 30 WAR, right? 2 World Series, but he doesn't get the hobby love, right? We're always, like, this gets into a deeper discussion about, hobby love, right? Like, yeah, we know Posey gets the love. He's got a 45 career WAR and possibly a Hall of Famer. I think he's a Hall of Famer, right? But Mad Bum, 3 World Series, what an awesome start. He's got a 38 WAR. And those, nobody's chasing those, right? You can even go further back, like Matt Cain, 29 career WAR. And Timmy has a 19.5 WAR, right? And nobody's rushing out and collecting those. And yeah, it's really strange, right? I mean, it's definitely a deeper discussion. But this one, let's get back to this. 2019 Bowman Chrome Prospects Gavin Lux CSG Pristine 10. That's why I bought this. It was the 10 and the fact that it was a Chrome, right? Usually you'll see the paper stuff that's cheaper. But since this was Chrome and it was a CSG 10, and this was dirt cheap, under $20, I think, and shipped. It's definitely those, a lot of these are dirt cheap. So what am I saying, right? Why, I think if you just collect what you like, cards you think you think that look cool, and whatever justification you end up using, whether I bought this for X amount and it's worth X amount more, that's fine. Or you think that this card is going to be X amount worth in this many years, or if X happens with this player, the value of this card will grow exponentially, right? Whatever. But at the end of the day, I think you just buy what you like. Buy what catches your eye, right? And then whatever happens, happens, right? So this one is a 2019 Bowman's Best Will Smith auto, mint 9, PSA 9. It's a nice auto. This was like $50, I think. Pretty cool. I think, yeah, so again, justifying purchases. So I could see, right, in 5 years when these players are in their 30s, and they look back at this era of Dodger baseball, including the near misses for the World Series the past few years. I think this is going to go down as like a pretty historic group of players, right? So again, does that 100% translate to higher card prices? Maybe, but then again, they're maybe not. So there you have it. Why is it so dark? So yeah, so that was today's mail day. Nothing super exciting, just kind of cool. And the ones that aren't graded, I'll take a closer look and send them in the SGC, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, baseball doesn't realizes that they're shooting themselves in the foot, and get the season going. And when it does, it should be exciting. I still think that I think the market will continue to get soft. The sports card market in general. Maybe the NBA playoffs help buoy that, but the baseball lockout isn't helping. And yeah, I mean, then what, hockey playoffs? I don't know. And we can get into a discussion about World Cup and stuff, but I've been around long enough, and I've heard many times of soccer's gonna catch on and it's gonna be huge. Yeah, I don't believe that at all. And F1, come on. Again, I'm rambling, and I'm hitting some hot button topics, but F1. I mean, what about NASCAR? NASCAR's been around forever. So you're saying that 20 drivers in F1 is gonna drive the popularity of F1 cards through the roof, and then it's gonna stay there, right? Versus NASCAR, who has this long, rich history. I mean, I don't see it. Again, for flippers and people who are buying and selling quickly and not holding on to these cards, um, you can, is, if you're playing hot potato, so to speak, you grab it, you flip it, and you make some profit. Okay, I can see, you know, there you have an interest in pumping F1 and pumping World Cup. But at the end of the day, whatever this time frame is, the end of the day or the end of the year or the next couple of years, these cards aren't going to hold their value, right? I mean, you can look, right? You can see, like, say, well, like, we'll use the Dodgers, Walker Bueller, right? Super hot, right? And his cards were super high, and now they're depressed. Or even, you know, Posey's cards, or I mean, you can have an awesome career, have all the awards, but at some point in time, your cards are going to drop, and they will rarely ever get back to at some specific point in time. You think Jason Dominguez, um, his super refractor that sold for over $600,000, the one of one? In what world is that going to stay that high? Right? He could have a Derek Jeter type career, and do you think he can have a Derek Jeter type career? And if he does, what is the room on that? So back to collect what you like, what catches your eye, what gives you joy. And if it's the hunting that gives you joy, or you're holding the card in your hand, or the colors of the card, or the fact that it's an on-card auto that person touched the card, whatever, the grading, sending it in for grading. At the end of the day, it's what makes you feel happy. And we attach these numbers to these cards, and unfortunately, that a lot of that motivates people to chase, right? That again, I got this card for X, and it's really worth 3X of what I paid for it. And I do that too. That's my whole history of collecting things through my entire life has been predicated on value, right? But a lot of those collections I saw escalate, appreciate in value, and then drop. And in some cases, I still have those items, right? Because I enjoy having them. The tactile feel of, I have a baseball glove collection, right? And having those, and there's no reason to sell. Yeah, even they appreciate in value or whatever. The market gets hot, and then it gets cold, right? Anyways, I'm rambling. I'll have another mail day. I have another video planned, kind of discussing, prospects and how we put so much value into them, and in more cases than not, they go nowhere, and they go to zero, or nearly zero, or below zero. SGC has my 4th submission. I should hear something back in maybe 10 days to 2 weeks. And yeah, thanks for everybody who stuck around, and tell me what you think. What how, I know most people who watch these type of videos are collectors first and foremost, and they're not flippers, and they're not, they're in a whole different game. So I'm sure that a lot of you agree with collecting what you like versus going after the return on investments. But then again, if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you like this content, throw me a thumbs up. Thanks for everybody who's been watching all my videos. Pretty awesome. 3rd submission SGC video was posted a few days ago. That's getting a lot of views. And until the next video, thanks for watching. Bye.